At 22, David stood in a tiny apartment with nothing but a cheap mattress on the floor. No savings, no direction, just a pile of unpaid bills. He scrolled through social media, seeing others his age traveling the world, buying new cars, living a life that felt impossible for him. He told himself it wasn't fair. Some people were just born lucky. But deep inside, he knew the truth. He wasn't doing anything to change his situation. One day, as he walked home from another exhausting shift at a job he hated, he saw an older man sitting outside a cafe, counting a stack of money. Something about him was different. Not just the wealth, but the quiet confidence in his face. As David passed by, he heard something that stuck in his mind. Most people waste their 20s chasing comfort. The ones who win chase growth. That sentence wouldn't leave him. That night, David made a decision. He wrote down 3 things: his biggest weakness, his biggest distraction, and the life he wanted at 30. His weakness? Lack of financial knowledge. His distraction? Hours wasted on social media. His goal? Financial freedom. The next day, he took his first step. He replaced endless scrolling with books on money and success. He stopped complaining about his job and started using it to learn, watching how businesses made money, understanding what skills people paid for. Instead of wishing for a raise, he asked himself a different question. What skill could I learn that would make me too valuable to ignore? While his friends spent weekends partying, David spent nights learning digital marketing. While others bought the latest phone, he saved and invested every extra dollar. The more he learned, the more he realized that wealth wasn't about how much money he made. It was about how he used it. He stopped chasing quick money and started building valuable skills. The first few months were hard. There were nights he felt like giving up, wondering if it was even worth it. But one thing kept him going: the thought of his 30-year-old self. He didn't want to be the guy still struggling, still blaming the world. He wanted to be the one in control. By 25, he had built his first online business. It wasn't perfect, and it didn't make him rich overnight, but it gave him something he never had before: control over his income. Every dollar he made, he reinvested, some into growing his business, some into investments that worked for him while he slept. At 27, he made his first 6 figures, not because he got lucky, but because he spent years doing what others wouldn't. By 30, he was a millionaire, not from a big break, not from a lottery ticket, but from small daily choices that added up over time. The secret was never about working harder. It was about working smarter, controlling emotions, and making sacrifices today for a future others couldn't see. He learned that money follows those who bring value, and value comes from skills, discipline, and consistency. Looking back, he realized the difference between those who made it and those who didn't. Most people spent their 20s chasing entertainment, avoiding discomfort, and waiting for the perfect moment. The ones who won? They started before they felt ready. They invested in knowledge instead of distractions. They stayed patient when results were slow. The biggest mistake isn't failing, it's never starting. At 22, David thought success was impossible. At 30, he realized it was just a series of small, consistent choices. The question isn't whether becoming a millionaire is possible. The real question is, are you willing to do what most people won't? If you found this video helpful and inspiring, you're going to love books on wealth and financial growth. It's something I personally got inspired and motivated by, because they give lots of financial tips and advices. I've linked them in the description below, so check them out and see how it can help you too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.